why Sisters in Islam collaborated with ICT on Nadirah, the play, is because we feel it's a great opportunity to introduce the Malaysian public to the issues that SIS works on, and also the fact that we all believe in arts not just for enjoyment, but also a way to reach out to the public. And it is an effective and creative medium to address issues, whether be it light or serious, or funny or sensitive. And Sisters in Islam feel that every Malaysian should come and watch Nadirah, because it really touches on issues that reflect contemporary Malaysia today. The fact that Nadirah also bring out the beauty and wonderful diversity of our multi-religious, multicultural people in Malaysia. So the play really talks on real-life issue that every Malaysian can connect to.
I agree that for me the play deals with issues that are very close to us here in Malaysia. And in fact, originally this play was done in Singapore, and I directed it in Singapore. But my dream was always to bring it to Malaysia. And even then, back in 2009, I felt I wanted to bring it to Malaysia, but work with SIS, because I felt these are the very issues that SIS have been working with and dealing with for a very long time. But here it's done through a different medium. And I think that artists should work with people who work in civil society movements, in the medium that they work in, which is theatre. And I think theatre is a really good way to get people to empathize and to connect to issues, because drama, just makes things alive. Sometimes we can talk about issues, and sometimes people can disagree or have dialogue, which is great. But I think when you watch a play, it's not about agreeing or disagreeing at the end. It's just to then understand, have some empathy, and go home yourself and think about it. Because you're dealing with people and not just issues.
Another point that we really want to highlight is the fact that SIS is a strong supporter of the arts. And it also ties in to a lot of the work that we do, because one of the things we do is provide workshops, and we work a lot with artists and activists, and we really try and I guess bridge that connect between activism and the arts world by highlighting I guess issues that affect women, and in particular issues of justice and equality within marriage. So that in that sense, I guess the play is really close to our hearts.
Every night you have Nadirah for play, but on that night we start a bit earlier, 8, and then after the show we have a panel discussion, and on the panel will be Ezra and Ratna. Ezra to talk about a layman's point of view, Ratna, SIS and its issues and legal issues that SIS is facing now, and Suri Kempe will be the moderator for that night. And we will have, as usual, the wonderful Joe and Alfian. One wrote and one directed. So if there are any questions from the audience, they will be the ones to answer as to why, the whys and wherefores will be answered by the 2 theatre experts. And then society, we have other people. So there'll be a panel discussion, and we hope it'll all come alive at the end of the show, which is what makes that night the 6th special sikit lah. Kalau tak ada, why would you want to come on the 6th? You can go on any other night, you see? Yeah, but we're pulling it all together, we're tying it all up on that night. So it's quite nice.
The 6th of November will be a special night, not just for Joe and Alfian, but for Sisters in Islam as well. It's as a publisher and as a radio broadcaster, it's all about pushing the boundaries in terms of content, creative content, and I'm a fan of both of these organizations, and to be part of the panel at the end of the play will just extend a lot of what the play is doing in a creative manner, and we will extend that discussion. I think it's something that a lot of Malaysians are hungry for, and we don't have enough of. It's nice to have plays and musicals and a little song and dance, but it's also nice to have this, and this definitely has a role to play, in the arts and also in civil society. So it's just a tremendous occasion for everybody to be involved, and I'm just happy to be a part of it?
The tickets selling for that night is, of course, 200 ringgit. It's all for good cause. As you all know, Sisters in Islam is a non-profit, non-governmental organization. So we do our work partially relying on local funders. So this fundraising night is also part of supporting our work, especially on our free legal advice that we give to the public. So we are really encouraging the public to be interested in Nadirah, as well as joining in the fundraising night to do a good cause.
I think maybe just one thing I'd like to add is that, of course, it sounds like these issues are very heavy and very serious, but one of the reasons I really love this play is because it deals with it in a very humorous, very human way, and I think that's also, it's like Babagi Swami too. It's a great film because it deals with these big issues, but it's very funny, it's very human, it's very warm, and I think that is a good way to get people to think about things.